Hi guys, another day, another Tory MP caught out being potentially corrupt. This time it was hard-right Brexiteer Scott Benton. Now, in a similar sting operation to the one carried out led by donkeys, the Times newspaper set up a fake company and filmed themselves asking Benton if he would work for them. In the clip here, the MP appears to be willing to break parliamentary rules on lobbying for companies. This guy needs to have the whip removed and he needs to lose his seat. Have a listen to this.
That's a very good question. Probably the direct ear of a minister who's actually going to make these decisions. We vote in House Commons 2 or 3 times a day. The minister has to pass you, and then you've got 10 minutes while you walk around to the next vote to have his ear. There's written questions as well, where we can table things on the public record and get an instant response within 5 working days on any question whatsoever, which obviously nobody else outside the political realm can.
What sort of conversation would you be looking for?
I'll leave that to you. I think that would be fine. We may submit to
I mean, we were thinking probably in the range of £2,000 to £4,000 a month, but I don't know if that sounds in the right ballpark for you.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the expression that I have as well. £2,000 to £4,000 a month to ask questions on behalf of this company. And there you have it. He was explaining how it happens, and the fact that only MPs can do this. So you need to be an MP, of course, to ask questions in the House of Commons. And this is, as I said before, the problem. The problem with money in politics. Now, this is different to political donations, because this, of course, would not be something registered, because you can't register, I'm asking questions on behalf of a company. This is probably the only area, it seems, where the House of Commons comes down on corruption, because you can be paid to do work outside Parliament. You can be paid after you work in Parliament, but obviously you're not supposed to be paid to ask questions. And it seems here Scott Benton was willing to do that for £2,000 to £4,000 a month. He needs to go. There needs to be an overhaul of this. How many MPs have been approached by companies to ask questions on their behalf? How many MPs have actually asked questions on behalf of companies? See, they're supposed to ask questions on behalf of their constituents. If they're asking questions on behalf of companies, then they're not representing their constituents. They're representing these companies. And this is detrimental to democracy, because companies don't vote, people vote. And MPs are supposed to, they don't always do this, of course, but they're supposed to represent their constituents. And if they're not doing that, then they have no business in the House of Commons. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Scott Benton. He may lose the whip, excuse me, for a few days, and then he'll be back in Parliament once again. And I think the only way to deal with Scott Benton is to remove him at the next election.